Greetings YouTube, welcome to 0AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan and we this week have another 4v4 dust up. We are on a normal sized mainland map in what looks like the temperate biome, and let's have a look at the teams. I don't know the result of this game, so this is I'm going in blind with this one. I don't know a lot of the players involved either. I know some of them, but let's have a look. So team 1 in the north of the map, in the purple, we have, playing as the Britons, I'm going to try and pronounce his name, Los Spacers. That's my best bet. After a few beers, I'm sure I'd have come up with some more interesting variations, but I'm going with Los Spacers, rated 1360, playing as the Britons in the purple. Moving along, playing in green, also as the Britons, Rorosar, rated 1517. This is Team 1's big hitter statistically. Know nothing about Rorosar. We'll see how he does. Like I said, 2 teams at least playing as the Britons, and we have a third in the blue. Very familiar face to 0AD Newbie Rush, old friend of the channel. Bones and Scars, rated 1328. And breaking the cycle, not playing as the Britons, playing in fact as the Spartans. We have Barsum. Barsum? Yeah, that sounds good to me. In the light blue or cyan, Spartans rated 1360. And let's have a look at the team in the south, team 2 in the grey. Submitter of the game, another friend of the channel, Boiler Arnie, playing as the Britons, rated 10,067. I've actually got a higher rating than Boiler Arnie. I won't have that for long. I lost a bit of a stinker the other day, so it's going down already. Moving along, in the orange, playing as the Ghouls, we have Escrow 141. I know nothing about Escrow 141. Rating 1265. Ghouls in the orange. In the yellow, I've featured this guy a few times. This Tumba in the yellow, playing also as the Ghouls. 1348. Bit of a standoffish player at the start of a game, but a bit of a late force. I've seen him win games late on just by building up massive forces without sort of getting too involved early on, but being decisive at the end. So looking forward to seeing Tumba play again. And finally, the big hitter in Team 2 and in the game, it's Dakara, rated 1801, playing as the Britons in the red. Dakara, apologies to Dakara. Last time I featured Dakara, I got his name wrong. I got him mixed up with a player with a very similar name called Dizarka, and I think I spent half the time calling him by that name. And interestingly, we have our first little argument here. It's Dakara's attack dog versus this scouting Spartan cavalry of Barsum. Other than that, no murders, no deaths, nobody raising inordinate amounts of cav. We'll have a quick run around the teams and see how their build order is going. So some very similar build orders, I think, because we've got so many players playing as the Celtic factions. So, Los Spacers, I'm just going to keep saying that all the time. Los Spacers. It's gone for a fairly traditional start. It's gone for the berry upgrade. Masses of female citizens coming out, as you would expect. Loads and loads of them. No extra infantry or anything. He's going for an all-female approach. Could leave him vulnerable if his competitor on the flank decides to rush, but it doesn't look like Boiler Arnie's going to do that. Moving along swiftly, we have here Rorosar, gone for a similar approach, has taken the berry upgrade. It's got 4 women collecting the berries, but they're all souped up. It's got a second lot of berries over here, another 5 women. Where's this wood line? Down here. 10 women and just the starting infantry there. It's got another load of food up here. Good grief. So Rorosar has lucked out with the food, and he's got small amounts of hunt as well. That is ridiculous. Making lots more female citizens. Over here, Bones and Scars has got big lot of berries here. 10 women on it, got the berry upgrade, already building a barracks. Oh, we've had a death already. Rorosar has killed somebody. I think that was a scout. And that is hunting sounds I think I can hear, hopefully, and I'm not missing a battle. Yeah, Or is it? Yep, that's hunting. Strange bit of hunting going on there. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Bones and Scars, he's also not really gone for any extra infantry. It's all women. I think we'll see that approach quite a lot. Here is Barsum, and I think he's cleaned up the berries already. And advanced lot of wood gathering going on at the back there. He has gone for a few infantry. He's got 9 infantry out of a population of 40. Lagging behind a little bit at the moment. Keeping it fairly tight. Probably worried about what is facing him over the border in the forms of Dakara. Let's have a look at the team in the south. By the time we get to them, all the berries are gone. Apart from Rorisaur, I think he'll be there for days, to be honest, loads of them. Anyway, Boiler Arnie's progressed on to farming, cleaned up all the berries. Has he got any infantry? Boiler Arnie, where are you? Let's have a look. I've lost him on the list. There he is in the greys, hard to read. No, it's all female citizens that he's made here. No additional cav or anything, only... Los Spacas has got some extra cavalry, but that's about it. But I don't know if he's sizing up for a rush. We'll have to keep an eye on him. So their confrontation on this flank will be interesting. As we come down here, Escrow 141, also in the advanced stages of farming, has got 1 extra infantry guy. Has he got his barracks up yet? Doesn't look like it, unless I've missed it. Is currently still making female citizens. Nice little housing arrangement going on here. Tumba also now into farming, and Tumba has gone for infantry. He's got 15 of them. Everybody's starting to make a bit of infantry now, and well into the farming. And as you would expect, Dakara ripping along there. Massive farming enterprise, has got a little bit of infantry. Still not sure if Los Spacas is definitely going to go heavily into Cav. Probably just saw a lot of hunters coming out. Everybody pretty much making mostly female citizens. Let's have a quick look at the population counts out in front. Probably as a result of all of that food that he was blessed with. It's Rorisaur with 81. Close behind, it is Escrow 141 on 80. Behind them, it's a mix between Bones and Scars, who's quite renowned for early population boom. In fact, Bones and Scars, as we are looking at him, brilliant, that has just taken the lead in population. But now it's gone back to Rorisaur, and behind them, there's a few laggers. Los Spacas has 77. He has got a little bit of cav though. But at the moment, falling behind a little bit, Tumba, Boiler Arnie and Barsum, who I think has got to get a move on, because I think Dakara will be coming across with bad intentions faster than he would like there. So let's have a look whose infantry force is to be reckoned with. It is Rorisaur again, so leading in population up to 100 now. Absolutely knocking it out of the park. Had a few idle citizens there, but they moved, and that's Bones and Scars' horse just sort of chilling out there. Don't know why he's not hunting. He's got loads of hunt right in front of him. Bit of a strange one. Maybe he forgot he was there. Don't know. Somebody's already phased up. It is Los Spacas. He has gone up to phase 2 on a population of 81 after 7 minutes and 28 seconds. No further, one further conversation. Barsum has killed 1 person. I think this is mostly killing scouts. But things starting to get a bit edgy here. Enemies competing for the same hunt here, but there is a watchtower of Boiler Arnie's here to, I think it's going to murder this horse. So, Los Spacas' cavalry could be reduced by 1 very soon. They just seem to be ignoring it at the moment. It's just floating through. It's very close to death. Is he going to survive? No other casualties anywhere else. I think that horse is on literally his last legs. He's down to 23. How is that horse still alive? Not sure. So it's all getting a bit testy. They're all pushing each other's borders. Infantry and population-wise, it's still Rorisaur who is ripping away with it. Good good follow-up performance. And it's now Escrow 141 who has boosted it a little bit. Everybody's starting to build their infantry a bit. Dakara lagging behind a little in terms of that. I think he is going... He doesn't feel threatened by the presence of Barsum there. I don't think he's expected to get rushed. So I think Dakara is biding his time. He's building up his population. A few other players now phasing up. Escrow 141, Tomba, the Space Ass who went first, and Rorosaur. So we're going to start to see phase 2 buildings pretty soon. Who is going to steal a march here then? Are we going to start seeing some from Los Space Ass? Still no more deaths. They're all playing very tentative. Nobody wants to get involved. No sign of any expansions yet. Nobody's staking out the middle. No watchtowers gone down. You get the feeling it's going to be one of those that sort of slow burns for a little bit and then it'll kick off and that will be it. What have we got here? So that is Escrow 141's cavalryman stalking behind one of Rorosaur's cavalry here. Is he just following him? Is this some kind of dating ritual? I'm not sure. I think he's just seeing where he's going. He's probably not going to last very long. We've got somebody else who's got up to phase 2. It is Barsum, who's still bringing up the rear in terms of population. 83 at the moment, and fairly. He's not got the smallest. Tumba's got the smallest infantry. We have some horses on the move though. Yeah, Tumba's sending some cav in. I don't know. Are they scouting, looking for hunt? They're walking past lots of hunt. Are they going to try and come through Dakara's territory and slip their way? Oh, we got some. We got quite a force coming through now. I think this could be the first act of aggression. What have we got here? So we have 5 cavalry skirmishers, 5 cavalry swordsmen, and a whole load of naked fanatics. So we are going to see some trouble here. They are going to come in on Barsum. Are they skirting around? Are they going to come in on the fields? What's going to happen? They seem to be just giving him a wide berth, and now they move inwards. What have we got up against it? It's 10 skirmishers, so they'll lose a few. Those fanatics are pretty brutal. They managed to kill them with the sort of summary dismissal there. And it's Tumba mounting the kills. This is the most aggressive I've ever seen Tumba play. I wasn't expecting him to do rushes. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else kicking off. Not on this flank. And oh, suddenly they've drawn a huge lot of attention from Barsum, who has lost quite a few. But 10 kills for Tumba. And are they saying that's that? Oh, they're going to deny this tower. I think they could do. There is a Hellenic Royal Stoa going up. Are they going to deny the tower? I think they're trying to deny the tower, but they're getting fought back, so that tower probably will go up. Barsum hasn't got any extra kills. Tumba's got an extra one. It's at 11. But interesting. And I hope Barsum's not going to give chase into Dakara's territory. That would be a mistake. Nope, they've pulled back and they're going to focus very wisely on getting that tower up. Everybody now, apart from Boiler Arnie over here, has got phase 2. I'd be a bit worried if I were Boiler Arnie. We are 11 minutes in. Boiler Arnie's got a population of 122. Is he? Yeah, he's on his way now. And a little bit of a confrontation. Some horses have got carried away and they've called the infantry in. And I thought we were going to see a great big off there, but no, I think they've thought better of it. So we didn't mean to do that. We're just going back. It was an accident. But that has not stopped Boiler Arnie leaving some troops in. I think they're going to... Oh, yeah, they're wisely retreating. And it's a bit of playground skirmishes there. Nobody serious about it. They're just sort of testing the waters. And Bones and Scars got another scout just sort of sat here as well. Just keeping an eye I think it's the same one that was over the other side. So very tentative start, apart from that little bit of aggression from Tumba, who's going in again on Barsoom. He's obviously identified him as possibly a weak link. Barsoom has got the lowest population. It's got a decent number of infantry. And there goes his temple he was trying to build. So this will be hassling him. This will be mildly annoying. As Bones and Scar Scout just watches on and looks the other way. And yeah, there's now 15 kills for Tumba, only 7 for Barsoom. He's going to need a bit of an assist here if this carries on. And I think Tumba's just decided he can go in with minimal losses, cause all kinds of damage. There is something kicking off over here, as predicted. The school skirmish has kicked off. This is not advisable. Los Pesas is fighting in the shadow of this fully garrisoned tower and this garrisoned sort of sentry tower. He's facing off against a large number of slingers of Boiler Arnie, and I think he's had his ass handed to him on a plate. 37 quick kills for Boiler Arnie there. So Los Pesas in big trouble. 122 population now, still more than Barsoom. But he'll possibly learn from that. But coming in this side, we have an expansion. Yeah, it is Rorosor, who has advanced all the way down here, got a fortress down already. So he's first person. I think him and Esco have got to phase 3 while we were looking at that little skirmish. And I think they're... you know, you don't send this many infantry forward without very, very bad intentions. There are rams on the way. Boiler Arnie's still a phase 2. Is he anywhere near getting to phase 3? Not really. Still needs rather a lot of metal. I think this could be a change of underwear moment for Boiler Arnie if he has any idea what's coming. Huge population there. Dakara's got up to 200. He's got the biggest, or he did have till Esco 141 boosted his population. Biggest infantries in the game, Esco 141, who surely will be weighing into this conflict if it kicks off. But this is where the danger is for the team in the south, you'd have to say. There are nearly, what is it, like 70, 80 troops amassed in there. Here come the rams. They're going to come through the safe territory of Los Pesas, and they're going to come in on these buildings for Boiler Arnie. Has Boiler Arnie managed to make it up to phase 3? Not yet. So at phase 3 are Dakara, Escrow 141, Rorosor, and Bones and Scars, who hasn't made any aggressive moves yet. He's just spreading out slowly. Dakara, has he got a fortress? He's got a fortress going up. Tumba's playing it cool now. He's hanging back a little after that initial assault. Esco 141 is expanding slowly through the middle, but this is where it is going to kick off. We have the sound of rams going in. What are they going in on? They're going in on this tower that was ungarrisoned, so Boiler Arnie is now in a little bit of trouble. He is bringing forward his slingers. Have they got anything? I bet has he got any spearmen or any sword cav? He's got 20 spearmen, although they're being cut down a bit by the slingers. The spearmen are sadly not going towards the ram. So he's not using the suitable troops. He's got 1 there. 2. It's going to take a bit more than that to stop that, as the other ram here is causing havoc. That ram is almost destroyed, so they're going to stop that. There will be more coming. I think the plan is to tie up Boiler Arnie, stop him going to phase 2, weaken him as a force, and just wear him down. He is still nowhere near in a position. He's got to build 2 new phase 2 buildings to get there. So that has scuppered him a little, and at this point Boiler Arnie's getting too involved in it. He's going chasing after the rams. He's not in a bad position. There aren't many towers going up here. There's not a lot that Los Pesas has put up to cause him problems, so he can make incursions. He's got his own tower back up, but it's a large concentration of infantry here for Rorosar. He really is focusing on this. What else is happening? Tumba's going around the side again to come in on... What have we got? Soft targets here. There are female citizens and they're mostly skirmishers. So don't think he's going to come off as well as that as we see the first bits of lag. Shame. You know it's always going to happen in a big game. Rorosar has pretty much reached population max over there and... we're just waiting for Dakara to make his move, aren't we, really? And when you think when it comes, it's going to be crushing. What is Bones and Scars doing there? He's certainly sealed off all entrances. He's forcing his field of fighting into this narrow area. He's going to try and get a base down here. Give Dakara something else to think about. Has Dakara got... He's got his fortress down. He's got a lot of cavalry as well. He's managed to generate 38 of them. Hasn't got any siege on the way, but that is a hell of a lot of cavalry that he's sending in. Who's he going to attack? I think he's going to have to... Oh, he's hunting at the moment. Let's see how things are. Here we have a huge battle underway. So, multiple battles. Boiler Army coming in on the side on all this infantry of Los Pesas, but a enormous concentration of infantry courtesy of Escrow 141 coming in on this infantry down here of Rorosar. I don't know if he caught him by surprise. It's a big diamond of slingers. They're going to be getting a hell of a lot of kills. Out come sword cavalry. Don't you just love it when somebody is prepared for rams with sword cavalry? Don't think it's enough sword cavalry. You could do with about another dozen. They're surely going to come in and take out this fortress. I think Escrow 141 could be in a bit of bother here. Has he got enough sword cavalry? Is he making any more? Let's see. No, he's making slingers. It's not really what he needs at this point. That fortress is halfway destroyed. In terms of kills, Boiler Arnie is the main killer at the moment. He is socking it, I think, mostly to Los Pesas, who's got the lowest population at the moment. I'm just waiting for stuff to kick off elsewhere. It's kicking off in the middle a bit. We're seeing Tumba coming in and hassling, joining this battle. At the moment, they're all ignoring Bones and Scars. Ignore Bones and Scars at your peril. Dakara not getting involved either. And over here, we have Fortress for Barsum. It's keeping it cool. I still think Dakara's going to steamroller him when he gets a chance. He's put walls up as Dakara. Let's have a look at the main big-ass battle. That fortress has gone. Where have the rams gone? Have the rams been taken out, or are they now marauding elsewhere? Looks like he did dispense with the rams. He's called 3 of them back. But... yeah, you'd have to say Rorosar has not killed anywhere near as many as Escrow 141. He's got 90 kills. Escrow 141 plays 60 kills. And they're facing off each other. It's a smaller force, and you would have to say at the moment, double the force. Yeah, Escrow's doing quite well. Tumba, I'm not sure what the plan was there with that hassle. How's Boiler Arnie getting on? He's absolutely socking it to Los Pesas over there. Los Pesas has not been an effective killing machine. I'm not sure if he's got a blacksmith down. I don't think he has, in which case I don't think he's upgraded. Oh, he has got one here. And I think he's about to lose it. They have got some upgrades, so they're not weaklings. What upgrades has Boiler Arnie got? Hardly any. So Boiler Arnie is probably going to start losing troops once these guys get themselves organised. Big battles in the middle. It's still going on over here. And yeah, it looks like Escrow 141 is pushing slightly back. They still haven't got revenge for losing that fortress. Is Escrow 141 without a fortress, or has he got another somewhere? We're getting the severe slowdown from the lag, so it's a bit hard to scan around. But looks like he hasn't replaced that fortress. He's hanging back a bit now, chasing after Tumba, who is skirting into the base of Bones and Scars, who's gone in heavily on Dakara. A little bit of support here from Barsum. That is a brave move, considering what... good grief, what has... yeah, so Dakara has got a huge amount of chariots. Dakara possibly caught off guard. I don't want to say the Bones and Scars only got 24 kills. It's going up all the time. Tumba's coming back in to support, but they're at the moment, I think Bones and Scars might have stolen a bit of a march on Dakara. I don't know. It's not a huge force that he's got left. It's 60 odd slingers. Plays rather a lot of very, very mobile and very dangerous cav. Lots of things to look at here. We're just going to clip back to this attack over here. It's still Escrow 141 chasing and hounding all of this infantry of Rorosar. They're standing idle. They don't want to stand there. They want to get moving. And over this side, no siege involved yet. In fact, I can't see as if Boiler Arnie's actually managed to get a fortress up. He just seems to be trying to win this. Well, funnily enough, neither has the Space Ass. They're just content to have a bit of a slinger battle. Interesting. I think they've kind of cancelled each other out over here. I don't know whether you'd say these guys have cancelled each other out or not. Who's got the most kills at the moment? It's still... well, Boiler Arnie has, remarkably. He's killed 211 of the opposition. Dakara has... his population has dropped to 136. I think he is in serious trouble. I really expected massive things from Dakara in this game. He is really, really struggling. Bones and Scars forces are diminishing, and Dakara is being supported by rather a lot of infantry from Tumba, so combined I think they are gonna blunt this attack, but they have not stopped this ram actually getting through. There's more rams coming. Oh, these are Tumba's rams, so these are counter rams. I don't know where they're going to be going. They've saved the CC this time. Have they stalled Bones and Scars' progress? Bones and Scars still getting a few kills here. Dakara's rebuilt fairly quickly. He's still down 141. His Barsum still has got the lowest population. I don't understand why he is not hastily building that population back up. I don't think he's being attacked from anywhere else. He has committed a lot of troops to this as a ram comes across and gets stuck in the scenery. So Tumba's ram is not really contributing much. Bones and Scars still got a considerable force here, and they are facing off against this equally considerable force of cavalry, chariots and slingers here from Tumba. And I think the tide is turning. They are getting thinned out. And the sneaky ram has come in and it's trying to take out this... oh, there's a ram fight in the middle. We'll see how that goes. I think my money is on the light blue ram, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's obviously a much stronger ram. And these ones have tucked back into Barsum's fortress. But Dakara has finally fought Bones and Scars back a bit. Tumba's now retreating. What's happening in the other big conflict? So, Escrow 141 has sort of pulled back a little bit, but a flanking maneuver. It is a whole load of rams and around about 80 infantry and 9 priests of Rarasar, and they're slinking around here. Are they going to have a pop at Bones and Scars? No, they're going to come in from this side. I think Esco 141 is about to lose another fortress, possibly. He has got 5 sword cav in there, and they are out, but he's going to be up against a similar number of rams. Last time in come the infantry. Let's see how Boiler Arnie's doing. Are they still fighting each other to a slaughter? Boiler Arnie has now got a fortress up and rams coming out, and I'm not seeing much in in the way of sword cavalry on the other side. There's 1 or 2 for Las Pesas, but I think he is in rather a lot of trouble if these rams start coming out. They're trying to deny this temple. Boiler Arnie has got a greater population, slightly greater. He's starting to concede some territory. I think Boiler Arnie could be about to make a big push over here. This big push, that fortress has remained relatively unscathed. Rorosar is pulling back a little bit. Is he? Nobody's having a go at Bones and Scars. Bones and Scars is going back in on Dakara again. And all kinds of stuff happening here. The big Cav force, I think, are trying to find another way round. And Bones and Scars is coming through the front door as Dakara sneaks out round the side door and is going to try and spring a march on someone. I'm not quite sure what his plan is, as a large combined force of Bones and Scars and Barsum start to descend on Dakara's CC. There's mostly Tumba's forces here to try and fight them off. Not sure how that's going to go. Dakara's horses are ploughing through the middle and they're joining this is now a 3-way fight. So we have Rorosar, we have Esco, 141, and Dakara all joining in. I think this is going to go badly for Rorosar. His population now is falling. It's down to 121, 120. Rorosar is in massive trouble. So Dakara has sprung up on a different part of the map. Meanwhile, back at Dakara's own base, he's about to lose his CC, I think. There are multiple rams coming in. Spirited fight from Tumba here, keeping everybody down. But I think Bones and Scars and Barsum's rams are going to take out that CC over here. Rorosar has been largely beaten down, and I think he is in enormous trouble. And how's Boiler Arnie doing? Boiler Arnie is now laying siege to Las Pesas, his base. I don't think anybody is going to be able to stop him. He's not going to get any assistance from Rorosar. He's too busy being absolutely wiped out by this marauding force of Dakara and this omnipresent sort of immovable object that is Escrow 141. What's Bones and Scars doing? Well, Bones and Scars combined with Barsum have taken out the base of supposedly the best player, but is Dakara gonna get his horrible revenge? He is sneaking through these carefully constructed defenses that are not really proven effective. There are too many gaps. Surely he's not going to capture his fortress from right underneath him. Has he got another fortress? No, Bones and Scars has not. That would be quite a play if he makes it. In the meantime, Escrow 141 is now taking the fight all the way back to Rorosar's base. Rorosar is rebuilding. Barsum has got the lowest population still. He is not repopulating. At the moment, Tumba is holding off holding off both Bones and Scars and Barsum and rebuilding Dakara's fort at the same time. So that is extreme multitasking. But has that fortress fallen? No, he's not been able to capture that fortress. What kind of general hassle is he trying to do? Dakara he's got a lot of kills, so he's just picking off Bones and Scars' infrastructure. I don't think Bones and Scars cares at this point, but he has invested a lot in trying to take down this fort, but he's not getting anywhere. All of the rams have been destroyed by Dakara's own rams, champions, and a whole load of infantry from Tumba. So Bones and Scars retreats and then realizes he's got a large army in his base murdering all his citizens. So he will know about this, but I don't know how he will do anything about it. It's like 30 infantry, including a cavalry swordsman, and 17 Celtic chariots. So no small force. You can't, you'd have to invest quite heavily to take that down. Bones and Scars is spread fairly all over the map at the moment. Meanwhile, it looks like... Oh, good grief. So we have the addition of cavalry for Escrow 141, and they are absolutely socking it to Rarasar. Boiler Arnie has flattened Space Ass's base. He's down to a population of 78. We predicted that would happen, and I think Los Space Ass has resigned. So first resignation. Yeah, Boiler Arnie, I think Los Space Ass played a naive game. He's obviously a newer player, made some pretty big defensive errors. Got to phase 3 pretty quick, but did not do anything to reinforce this border, despite having a huge advantage with Rarasar coming in, backing him up and providing siege early on. If he'd have had his act together, I think they could have knocked out Boiler Arnie within 20 minutes. As it is, we're at 20... What are we? 20... I can't see the clock from here. Looks like 26 minutes, and I think we're about to see... Rarasar's base go down. Dakara is now making mincemeat of the back of Barsum's base. So it all turned pretty quick. I think we're struggling to see how the team in the north are actually going to turn this around. They're obviously Rarasar's still a bit of a force, but he is being diminished all the time. He's down to under 100, 87, 84. So he is starting to lose troops. I think we'll see him resign pretty quick. Bones and Scars, having got to this area, Dakara wasn't there. He expended a lot of troops getting there. He's still got a pretty high population. But Dakara decided to go mobile and is now just sort of terrorizing everybody in their own base with this huge force. He's capturing barracks now off of Barsum. Barsum doesn't seem to know how to deal with this. All of his forces are committed to supporting this attack. And it's a trap, who needs a base when you're basically killing your enemy from the inside out? Are we seeing any more resignations? No. So quite bravely, Rarasar has still kept his base up. I think Esco's going to resupply and come back again. Boiler Arnie might be in a position to come over and support. So yeah, Boiler Arnie capturing lots and lots of infrastructure over here. They seem to be working their way through Rarasar's infrastructure. Rarasar down to a population of 30. He is finished. So it depends really on what Bones and Scars and Barsum can do. And I don't think Barsum can do anything about this. And by extension, I don't think Bones and Scars is going to be able to do anything. And look at this. Double cavalry attack. So Escrow 141 and this enormously scary cavalry force of Takara are now just ripping through the infrastructure of Bones and Scars. Bones and Scars really has nowhere to go. He might get other bases up. He's managed to, Barsum has managed to capture a barracks down here. But where are they going to go? They're just going to be hunted down to extinction. Rarasar hasn't lost those last few troops. They are still duking it out. He's got little population centres here and there. But it's going to be all over very, very soon. Barsum is sending stuff to Bones and Scars. He's sending supplies. I think he's going to resign pretty fast. Because there just isn't any, what can he do? It's like a slow death. He has sort of successfully recaptured one of his barracks. He's got two others here. There are a couple of cav in there, but Bones and Scars attacks pretty much running out of steam. They're just killing time. Sooner or later, Takara's going to come in there and kill them, surely. Nobody else looking like they want to resign. Rorosar down to 14 now. CC has gone. Whatever force he's got, I don't know where they are. They're probably showed up in some houses or some buildings somewhere. I think Rorosar is going to call it a day very soon. Takara still. Oh, they're going for a joint capture. Are they going to get this? They're trying to capture Bones and Scar's base. There's 20 women in there. They're over halfway. I think they might be able to get it. I think it's going to go, and that surely will be the end. Rorosar has resigned, and I think Bones and Scars losing his main base there could be next. Barsum still fighting bravely. Yeah, who's left? It's just Barsum and Bones and Scars, and they are both getting slaughtered at this point. Bones and Scars has just lost his main CC. He's still got a fortress, and I think he might have a CC down here with nobody in it. But yeah, a lot of Bones and Scars troops down here. But population wise, Bones and Scars still got a force of 141. Barsum's got 111, and they're gonna fight to the death. They're gonna make a fist of it. Bones and Scars has got a CC up, but that will not stand for long. There are 4 rams of Takara's bearing down. Yeah, I don't think that Bones and Scars has got anything to stop this. Are they also going to move in on this CC now, or are they coming back to kill Bones and Scars? But I'm not sure. Are they going for another CC capture? Probably not enough there to pull that off. They're going to try and slaughter all of Barsum's citizens in here. At the moment, just a population of 74 for Barsum, 142 for Bones and Scars, who is fighting off bravely, but he's lost another CC, so he's just got, I think, the one left, if it's still there. It's the one behind all the walls that did not really stop anything. Interesting technique, this. It certainly isolated him, but yeah, it didn't really save him. And yeah, I suppose you can't really. I guess he thought Rorosar had this side of the map under control, whereas it was Esco 141 who really provided most of the pressure here and caused Rorosar to drop the ball. Barsum has now resigned, so we are just down to Bones and Scars. Bones and Scars. He's got 1 CC. He's got a population of 94 and falling, 91, 89, and the slaughter is happening. It could be a little bit drawn out. I think Bones and Scars is probably going to say fair play and throw the towel in, or is he going to absolutely fight this to the bitter end? Nope. Bones and Scars says that is enough, and he throws in the towel, and there you go. So let's have a look at how that went down. That was pretty breathless come the end. Let's have a look at the scores. So high scores. Yeah, Esco 141, 14,936 points. And highest economy score, not the highest military score, that went to Takara. So Takara did pretty well in the end. Came good. I thought he'd messed up when Bones and Scars and Barsum broke through and flattened his CC. Interesting game. Interesting roles on this team. Everybody played their part. So some interesting matchups on the flanks. I really thought Takara was going to try and steamroller Barsum very quickly, because Barsum was very slow in development, looked vulnerable, but he just let him develop, let Bones and Scars commit himself, and Tumba with a small force was able to keep them at bay, while Takara went around and basically was helpful, certainly in the defeat of Rorosar. Between Escrow 141 and Robosar was looking like a pretty even fight. Dakara's intervention there, I think, swung it in Escrow's favour. But fair play to Escrow 141. He was not standoffish at all. He certainly took the fight to Robosar, and I don't think Robosar was prepared for what came at him. On the other flank, Boiler Arnie got the measure of Los Pesas, who did possibly look like the weakest player. He did show some naivety in the way he constructed his defences, and Boiler Arnie, despite being miles behind in development, he had to wait an extra few minutes to get to phase 3. So I think Los Pesas let Boiler Arnie back into that game after Robosar seriously disadvantaged him early on. Maybe if they'd have continued working together, pushed straight through, they could have taken Boiler Arnie out and then put pressure on Escrow 141 and stopped his relentless charge at a time when Tumba and Dakara were not really making strides. So don't know, could have gone very, very differently, I think. Let's look at the text and see who got what. Naturally, Dakara got will to fight and really strengthened his cavalry. I don't know if that was his intention. It looked like, I'm sure the mass cavalry was part of the plan. I don't know if losing his CC was part of the plan, but it didn't seem to make too much difference to him. Esco 141 got will to fight, as did Boiler Arnie, and nobody on Team 1 got it. They all got their armor upgrades. Most of them got their ranged infantry upgrades, as you would expect, playing mostly the Celtic factions. Barsom should have really worked on Security commandos and swordsmanship. I think that would have probably made him a bit more lethal. Let's have a look. Speaking of lethality, let's look at our favourite stat, the kill-death ratio. And so Esco 141, the top killer, with a kill-death ratio of 2.39, one ahead from, it's 0.09 ahead of Boiler Arnie. Boiler Arnie be a bit hacked off, he didn't get that. But most of his killing definitely done against Los Pesas, who was not an effective killing machine. I was pleasantly surprised with Barsom. I thought he would get intimidated by Dakara, but he didn't. He contributed with bones and scars and basically scored Team 1's only real sort of major success, which was ripping through Takara's base. It didn't turn out to be decisive in the end. I think what was going on over the other flank, and Bones and Scars hanging back for quite so long, which did surprise me. On balance, I think just the solidness of Team 2. They seemed to have a plan and they seemed to know what they were doing. Robosar had a plan of his own. I don't think anybody else was really in on it, and it backfired. Los Pesas was relatively naive. Barsom, another new player. Bones and Scars, don't know if those tactics were right. I think he spent a lot of time sealing up the middle when really he should have been dominating the middle. And when it came down to it, all that effort to charge into Dakara's base was for nothing. But really exciting game. I did not know how that was going to go. I am not necessarily surprised by the result. I had a feeling that Dakara, you don't get a rating like that for nothing, and I felt his team would be stronger for having him on there. I was probably most surprised by Escrow 141, a player I've never seen play before, but I think he would be my player of the day, star player, Escrow 141. Congratulations to Team 2 and Escrow 141 for giving us a great game. Congratulations to Team 1 for taking part, but it wasn't their day. But overall, really, really good game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to be notified of future episodes. If you'd like one of your matches featured on the show, see the video description of how you can submit your replays. And if you can't wait for the next episode, then why not check out these playlists in the end titles for more replays, commentary and tutorials on 0 AD Newbie Rush. I'll see you in the next video.